Alright, so today is going to be a bit of a different day. We're going to be getting into some air dry clay making, and I forgot one thing. Give me 2 seconds. Y'all will definitely get to see the air dry clay. I will be right back. You could tell I was really nervous because Ashy forgot her bowl for her water for her clay. So, what we are doing today is something completely out of my comfort zone, but I'm really gonna love this because it gets me in the art. Running across the room for the water. I apologize. So, what we are going to be doing is, I'm going to set you there. I'll set you there. Air dry clay. And that was the second time I think I reiterated what we were doing that day. Hi everybody, it's Ashy. I sped this up to 10 times normal speed. So you could see me attempt to color things and attempt to do something for my mom out of air dry clay. So one of my main challenges was to try and color clay. Like I said, I've never done anything with air dry clay before. I know I've reiterated that a lot, but this was my big attempt, and as you can see, it's not the color red at all. It wasn't even marbled. I think I said it in the recruits Discord that there were in a 2-hour live stream, there were so many things that frustrated me. I called them failures. And I don't know why I'm gonna cry. Sorry. I called them failures. But looking back at this now, it's not failures. Again, this is out of my comfort zone. This is something I've never even done. And things don't always go according to plan. That is something that I learned. I had this grand plan to do something for my mom. And it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to turn out. And that's okay. And so what you're seeing me do now is start to place the quote unquote vines on what was supposed to be a door hanger for my mom. Here I am trying to make sure that the edges weren't cracking, and I have finally gotten the placement of this first vine. And so now what I was doing was dipping my hand in water, my fingers in water, and wetting down the clay. Well, that was my first mistake. They are attached to the clay. I'm staring at the semi-finished piece. They are semi-attached to the clay, but one of the vines actually broke off. So air dry clay is very, very finicky. It also depends, and it's one of the learning curves that I had to learn very rapidly as I was doing this all together. There was a point where I was like, why is this not working? Is this too dry? Is this too wet? And it was right here, actually, as I was working on the second vine, you saw me cut that bottom. I'm like, okay, so this is dry, but everything else is still wet, and I still got a whole piece to go. So I had to cut the bottom of that, which made it smaller than I wanted it in the first place. And then here I am trying to make sure that the vines looked natural, I wanted to say. And so here I am trying to put this particular vine on, and it just was not cooperating. Some of it was sticking, some of it wasn't, some of it was drying way too quick, and I kind of liked it at that point, and I say kind of liked it. So cleaned up my spot, grabbed some more clay, um, grabbed my what I call sketching all, and then I found my pink Crayola marker. Duly noted, do not use Sharpie paint pens and do not use Crayola markers on Crayola air dried clay. It also depends on how either dry your house is or how humid your house is. Again, I had to learn that the hard way in this live stream. My house was very, very dry. I think I dipped my fingers and my tools and even that paintbrush that you see in the bowl of water so much that some of the water actually flipped up onto my Funko Pop boxes, and you can see the dots, if you can see them, on some of the Funko Pop boxes. Um, tried moving everything that I could. But this is my attempt at putting leaves on the vines. And I kind of like the way they turned out, leaf shape. That's me putting veins in the leaves. Um, I don't think you could see this next part, but I think I tore off the bottom, yeah. Because again, the bottom was drying way too quick and the top was not drying at all. And I thought I had rolled out the flat portion, the background, evenly, and I didn't. So I got fussy faced. And I'm like, this is either going to work or it isn't. And so what I did was I decided to put mushrooms where some of it was cracking at the bottom. And I said, it's going to work or it's not going to work. So, again, this isn't failure per se, but this is a big step in learning that I had to do. And it made me frustrated. I'm not going to sit here and lie. This was one of the more frustrating art projects that I've ever done. And you're going to see some end pictures of the after of what I tried to do for my mom, a bowl that I tried to create. And then you're going to see the before image of something else I tried to create before I sat down and recorded this voiceover. Um, I'm not going to give up on air dry clay, don't get me wrong, but I also want to learn how to use it more appropriately. Again, I have a little under 3 pounds left of clay that I have to use. So, yeah, this was my attempt with air dry clay. This is me putting a heart on it. It was my final piece, my final touch to it. I didn't put any other leaves or anything like that because I was frustrated and I just wanted to get it done. So that is my attempt with air dry clay. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you soon. Bye!